So, come on. Oh. It is currently June 1st of 2022. About 20 years ago, on June 20th, CyberConnect 2 started releasing a series known as .hack as a multimedia series. Specifically, on June 20th, they released the first game, .hack Part 1 Infection. So, in celebration of the 20th anniversary, I figured, what better time to play through the .hack series? Or at least .hack GU, since that's the most recent game that's been re-released on Switch, but I'm playing the Steam version, and I am playing with a few mods. They're very simple mods, just replacing the in-game button icons with the PS2 ones, because I'm nostalgic like that. And just some other icons in the game when we get to them. So, let's hop in. Starting with Volume 1, Rebirth. I absolutely love this series. Even if it's aged, because this originally came out in like 2006.
Whoa, this is cool.
Hey! Hey, you! You, the adept rogue! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! So, I take it this is your first time playing this game.
Yeah, I just finished installing it to my PC.
Well, if you wish, we will be honored to show you around.
Huh?
I am sure you would like to become well acquainted as soon as possible.
Just say yes and come along with us. I promise you won't regret it.
All right, it is decided then. Here, I'll hand you my member address.
Member addresses are short email addresses that you can only use in the world. Short mail allows you to instantly send and receive messages from any player online in the world.
You can only invite people that you have member addresses for to join into your party.
All right, so let's open the menu.
This is a list of all the people who have a member address.
Okay, let's have some fun.
So another thing that I altered with the mod is the design of the online, offline, and party icons, so that they more closely resemble how they did on the PS2. Because I have a nostalgia boner for this series. That's also why I went with the PS2 style icons, because I'm just more used to those.
I am honored to lend you my sword.
And even with an Xbox
Okay,
One
great.
controller,
Now your party is complete.
I can know this button layout off by heart.
Remember, you can only invite people logged into the world.
Enough with the formalities. Should we go on to your first adventure?
So I have played a little bit of this before. It was largely just to run time through the game so I could unlock stuff on Steam.
This is a transporter called the Chaos Gate. Players can use this to travel from the root town to other locations. Choose Warp menu. In the world, all locations except for root towns, fields, and dungeons are called areas.
You can warp to these areas by combining 3 words at the Chaos Gate.
These words determine the type of area, monster strength, and so on. All right, let's try out the word selection. Choose area word from the menu. This is where you input the words. The thing at the top is the word plate. You combine the 3 words in here to create the area you want to go. The gyro at the left of the screen shows your current stock of words. You can get more words by getting information from other players, emails, and forums. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Let's start with the first word. Choose courageous from your stock. Okay, now you can go to your first area. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. See the mark left of the area word? That's a server symbol. It indicates the server you're currently in. Right now, it's showing triangle for Delta. So, as you can see, we are all in the Delta server.
If it's a different server, you'll go to another area even with the same area word. Pay attention to the server symbol when invited to an area by a friend.
If you want to know more, just check out some of the forums. All right, then we're off to Delta Courageous Engaging Daydream. So, we've all been transported to a field.
Open your map to take a look at the layout.
This is the area map. Use this screen to check current position, mission info, and any other information you may need. This is our mission. Missions are basically, well, I guess they're sort of like our objective for the area. It looks like this is a collection mission.
We must collect 3 symbol fragments and make our way to the Beast Temple.
The symbol fragments are in treasure chests found on the altars. The altars are protected by monsters, so the only options are to open the treasure without being seen. Or defeat the monsters first, then open the treasure.
These are the altar icons. I suggest we first head to each of these icons and open the treasure chests.
Now, this is the icon for the Beast Temple, which is our final destination.
Okay, now that we've confirmed what our mission is, let's be on our way.
Wait up, Asta. You forgot one more thing.
Use this transporter to return to town after completing the area's mission. It's also got a healing function called Platform Rest, which you can use once in an area. Use it when you're low on HP and SP.
Okay, this time let's really get going.
And we've got some goblins.
Nice! We found an altar already.
Form a surprise attack by approaching the monsters around the altar without being seen and pressing X on a PlayStation controller, A on an Xbox controller, B on a Nintendo Switch controller. I don't know what the basic Steam controller is, but I think it's the same layout as Xbox, so...
Slow! Once the battle begins, the battle area spreads out like this. The battle area is surrounded by the battle fence, so it's virtually impossible for anyone to escape.
The only way to escape from a battle is with an item called a smoke screen.
Asta and I don't have one right now, so we'll have to fight it out. Hey, you're not too bad.
Not so difficult, huh?
Hold down the attack button. Release it when the gauge is full. Charge attacks are effective against even enemies not charging.
Yeah, keep it up.
That's it. Just continue fighting like that.
Controls for attacking. Regular attack. The X, A, B button, depending on your controller. Combo attack. Tap the button repeatedly. Charge attack. Hold down the button. To guard, press the circle, B, or A button, again, depending on your controller. For the item menu, press in your left control stick.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Sometimes the treasure chests on top of the altars will contain symbol fragments needed to open the Beast Temple. Remember to search the treasure chests after defeating the monsters around the altars. Collect 3 symbol fragments by opening all the treasure chests on altars. Symbol fragments are used to open the temple gate. Search the treasure chest on top of the altar. Acquire the first symbol fragment. Head for the next altar to the east. Check the map for directions.
All right, we found another altar. I'll teach you about using skills to attack.
I mean, they already taught us the surprise attack with the last one, but whatever.
We got him! The regular and combo attacks are just simply normal attacks. Skills enable you to do much more damage to your enemies.
Skills are powerful attacks that require SP, skill points, to perform. Press triangle, or Y on Xbox controllers, X on Switch controllers, to open the main menu and select skill to open the skill list. The skill trigger is a shortcut for performing skills. Press the R1 button, right bumper, to open the skill trigger menu.
Okay, what you see here is the skill trigger menu. Do you see the 4 panels? You can press the button that corresponds to each panel to execute the different arts.
Now try it out by using the arts. Gale Blade.
Gale Blade! All right, perfect.
The skill trigger is not just a shortcut.
It can also be used to stop enemy attacks, or it can be used to interrupt one of your own.
Aren't you forgetting something important, EO10? There is an even more important use for the skill trigger.
Of course I haven't forgotten. You're talking about Rengeki, right?
Rengeki is an advanced skill attack with an increased amount of inflicted damage. The form of Rengeki, use the skill attack when an enemy is surrounded by a blue and purple ring, appears and continuously inflicts damage. Attack the enemy until it's surrounded by blue and purple rings. Favorite action is triggered when Rengeki is used or other conditions are met. It raises the morale of your party members and will allow you to execute more powerful attacks. Conditions for favorite action vary from each party member.
There you go.
With each party member.
Very well. Shall we let him play as he wishes?
That's a good idea. All right, Haseo, it's all up to you now.
Trigger gauge will appear above the player's head if the skill trigger is used. It is not possible to use items or skills until the gauge fills up and R1 appears.
We never lose!
And each time you use Rengeki in a fight, you get an experience bonus. That's our second fragment. Now let's head to the third. This is the final altar. Remember what EO10 and Asta have taught you and acquire the item inside the treasure chest. So, use everything that they taught you. Price attack. And skill.
Well, that's that, I guess.
That and Sail reaches level 2. Symbol fragments have started to shine. Symbol fragments join together. And you get the Judge's symbol. Upon acquiring that, the doors to the temple opens.
Yeah! Awesome job! All right, let's finish off by heading for the Beast Temple.
Okay, now use the map to check your position, just like we taught you.
I swear to God, though, if Victor Entertainment tries to flag this, ooh, I'm gonna be mad. It won't even let me heal. Well, it's time for a rather lengthy series of videos, so I'm going to mute myself, and I will be right back as soon as the movies are done.
This is the statue of Folset, the god of law. We just call it the Beast statue. But I think in the game's story, it's supposed to be an important god or something. You see that treasure box? That's the offering to the Beast statue. There's a rare item inside of that you can only get in this area.
Go ahead and open it, Haseo.
You sure?
Go ahead, you're still a noob. You need all the help you can get.
Thanks. What the?
The items in the treasure chest are your rewards.
Yes, and our reward is you.
I love taking out these pathetic noobs. It's really quite fun. Face it, an idiot like you isn't qualified to play this game.
Hey, hold on. I thought you said I could kill this one. Don't you remember? After all, this is my reward! Nice try, dear.
How pathetic.
Well, what do you expect from a noob who's just logged in for the first time?
Ugh, come on, say something already.
Hello?
I swear, just pretend to be their friend, and they fall all over themselves to let you PK them. Hey, you're still around, aren't you, kid? Huh? What the?
Welcome to the world.
Please help me!
What an idiot! Ha!
The terror of death!
It's a sale! The PKK!
What?
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be that strong. I guess this means that the rumor about you killing 100 PKers wasn't a lie after all. Hey, come on, don't look at me like that. Here, let me apologize. So just take it easy, calm down, and die!
Do you know Tri-Edge?
What did you say?
He's a legendary PK shrouded in blue fire. They say players that get killed by him never come back to the game.
Huh? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you actually believe that crap. Those old forum fairy tales. So, you think you can go up against me, the Great Bordeaux, and just walk away like nothing happened?
Yeah, I think I can.
So it's you. You, the character that stinks of death. The terror of death. You're the PKK, Haseo. Players who kill other players are disgraceful. And I agree it's terrible how PKs can just strut around the world so easily these days. But is it right that you PKKs have chosen to use brute force to stop them?
I don't have time for this. Not now.
You have no authority, and it earns you nothing. So why? I am the leader of Moontree's Unit 2. My friends call me Sakaki, and I'm afraid I cannot overlook your actions.
Did you say Moontree? What's that? The name of a guild? Sorry, Sakaki, but I've already got enough friends. Thanks.
Do you always interrupt people like that? You know, Sakaki wasn't finished talking to you yet.
Shino.
Atali, do you know this person?
No?
Atali.
It's not unusual to meet players with similar characters in an online game like this. Just a case of mistaken identity.
Hey, you. Why don't you just... Huh? A text message. Delta Hidden Forbidden Waterfall. Waiting at RK Keln. But who sent it? Ovan!
Just hold on a moment. Why don't you stop acting like a complete fool? Remember what you PKKs are trying to do. If you succeed, you'll be no different from the PKs themselves.
Ovan!
It's been a long time, Haseo. Or maybe I should call you the Terror of Death. You've gotten quite strong, a lot stronger than you were back then.
Well, I was forced to become stronger, thanks to you. You, where have you been?
Haseo, always the reliable one. I knew I could count on you.
When the Twilight Brigade broke up, why didn't you come then? What have you been doing the last 6 months?
I was busy. It was such a small seed. I needed to find out what was growing inside. And there was only one way to find out. That's why I decided to raise it.
You raised it? What are you talking about, Ovan?
I'm speaking figuratively.
When you suddenly disappeared, we all just... Why did you disappear like that? After that, Shino...
Haseo, do you want to know about Tri-Edge?
Wait, you know Tri-Edge?
6 months now, and Shino hasn't come back to the world since Tri-Edge killed her. Meanwhile, the real-life Shino is lying in a coma, and no one seems to know the reason why. Tri-Edge. He is not a normal PK.
So you knew about Shino?
Yes, but that's all that I know. But if you were able to find Tri-Edge, you might learn something about Shino's coma. You may also learn more about what really happened that day. And if you were somehow able to defeat Tri-Edge,
then maybe Shino would come out of the coma.
If my information is correct, he will be back today, at the scene of the crime.
The scene of the crime? You mean...
Delta Hidden Forbidden Holy Ground. The place where Shino was killed.
The Whole Grand's Cathedral. Yes, finally! I'll get my chance! I swear I'll bring Shino back. I'll do it, Ovan!
Yes. You and I. We're the only ones who could possibly bring her back.
We're the only ones. Ovan?
I'll meet you at the Holy Ground. There are some things I must do. He will be back today, at the scene of the crime.
Tri-Edge is coming here!
They say there used to be a statue of a girl here.
A girl?
That's right. She was called Aura.
I wonder, why'd she disappear?
Who knows? Maybe she just lost her interest. Lost hope for this world.
What's that sound? Tri-Edge? You bastard! What the hell are you? This guy killed Shino. It's not over yet!
Reboot complete.
Huh? What the? I was fighting Tri-Edge, but then...
Continuing process.
Damn it, I can't remember.
System reformatting complete.
Huh? I don't remember doing that. Reformatted? What's going on? What about my emails?
Mail data not found.
Huh? What the hell? I would never delete these. They're all gone? Even the emails I got from Shino. Everything's been reformatted. What the hell is going on?
You have one new email.
An email? Fine, let's take a look. Ovan?
Choices. There are two paths before you. One of these will lead to safety and shame. It is a path where you give up the world and never log in again. The other path leads to peril and pride. It is a path where you continue the world and resume your search for the truth. Let me be blunt. The latter path is torturous and will threaten both your mind and body. Once you have chosen it, there will be no turning back. If you still choose to walk this path, then there will come a time when you and I will meet once again in the world. When the time comes, I will once again say this to you. Welcome to the world.
Trial and truth. Whether or not I should quit the world? You should know better, Ovan. I'm gonna go back to the world. And then, I'm gonna get Shino back, no matter what!
There's also some interesting things here. A news section where you can catch up on news for stuff going on in .hack's real world. Community forums where you can find stuff like wallpapers. Let's see. Yep. Kalu. Here, various players will submit images, and just by seeing them, you'll gain them as potential wallpaper. And there are people who will have commented. All of these artworks are done by the various people who worked on the game, which is really cool. Some of them look amateurish on purpose because it's meant to reference the players in the game, because yeah, some of them are going to be amateurs. But then you've also got stuff like this, which are really damn cool. Oh hey, someone did artwork of Haseo. And then someone else just making a joke. And you can still get his wallpaper! Like, some of these are hilarious. I love them. I'll probably grab others later, but there's also like a rumor board, stuff that goes into, as you can guess, rumors within the game. Urban legends and stuff, news about stuff regarding the game, and just tech. Crimson Versus is an in-game card game that we're not going to be able to play this volume. And then just stuff about the world. In which you can actually get area words from. This is how you get additional words. Additional, what's the word? You can get various pieces of area words, which you can use to combine with other pieces of area words to create entirely new area words to go to other areas. I miss R1. So, .hack GU takes place in a version of the world called the World R2, or the World Revision 2. The World R1 is from the original .hack games, and is also from the .hack Sign anime and .hack Legend of the Twilight anime and manga. If you have any interest in the .hack series, I definitely, you can start pretty much anywhere, because there's not a lot from the prior entries that affect this one, but having knowledge of those prior entries will make you better, will help you better understand things. The Epitaph of Twilight, for example, is a running rumor within the series, and is a big thing that the world is based on. However, we're actually going to go for a quick little break. And when we come back, I'll probably go through a bit of the forums. So, I'll see you then. And we're back with the community forums. I miss R1. Loving new things is part of human nature, but so is loving old things. I want to go back to the area again with a character that I put my spirit into making. I want to play with my dear companion. The images of a drenched CC Corp headquarters on the news, posted servers standing there with despair. The diligent petitions were not answered as CC Corp announced the resignation of the R1 restoration. However, listen to this. Even so, the old warm-hearted me still wants to go back. Note, I'm actually still warm-hearted. I hope the CC Corp guys, especially the executives, hear my cries, and I hope they bring back our dear old world. Fun fact, CC Corp is short for CyberConnect Corp, which is a really neat way that CyberConnect 2 inserted themselves into the game. I want them to bring back R1 too. It's not that I hate R2, it's just that I have more memories with R1. Damn it, who started that fire anyway? There's a lot of lore in this series, like, it's very lore heavy. Wasn't R1 really that great? Isn't everyone exaggerating a bit? Graphically, R2 is way, way better. The game system is better too. I still think R2 wins hands down. I hope R2 really takes off. I admit that's true, but how do I put it? That doesn't matter. It's just not the same as R1. We want our old R1 back. I started playing from R2, so I just don't understand why everyone makes such a big deal about R1. But here's my question. If R1 was brought back or remade or whatever, what would you all do? I'll play them both. The reason is that I don't want to lose the characters I've built up in R2, but I also want to play R1. That's a tough question. I guess I'd like to play both, but I don't have much money. I'm not clever enough to play both at the same time, so I guess I'd just wind up playing R2. Basically, I'll keep playing R2. Just like Apple Star, I can't see myself playing both. But if your old character data is restored, but if our old character data is restored, I might just quit R2 and play R1 instead. This is pretty heavily echoed these days within the .hack community. Like, because, especially since GU got its ported remaster with last Recode, a lot of the .hack community has been chomping at the bit for Bandai Namco and CyberConnect 2 to bring back the original games. And basically there's this discussion right here. And which one was it? Like, I agree with Reggie here, and who else? Ptolomea. Like, GU is where I started. I only ended up going to the original games because of a very hard reference later on to the older games, because I wanted to know what happened prior. But I feel that graphically and gameplay-wise, the GU games are better than the original games. But the story of the original games is so near perfect that it is incredibly that I find it incredibly difficult to be topped. Anyway, let's read up on the Epitaph of Twilight, shall we? I heard a weird thing from a friend of mine. Is it really true that the world was created based on the epic poem Epitaph of Twilight? Also, if this is true, what is that on the official page? Does anyone here know anything about this? I believe this is true. CC Corp won't officially admit it, though. Well, that's the Epitaph of Twilight, right? I heard that the Epitaph of Twilight was a fantasy-style story about a search for a dragon. But the main background story for the world is just about a bunch of guys fighting each other? I don't think that can be right. The previous version, the World R1, was most definitely based around the poem Epitaph of Twilight. It said that the words written on the altar in Huelgrans are proof of that. With regards to the World R2, the two event planners structured the game from scratch while incorporating the atmosphere of the World R1 as much as possible. Excuse me, but could you tell me your source? CC Corporation's e-zine. So this is how I think it is. Fragment, based on the Epitaph of Twilight. The World R1, based on the Epitaph of Twilight. The World R2, CC Corp's original scenario, partly based on the previous game. So they mentioned a game called Fragment. Within the series lore, Fragment is the beta version of the World R1 that was entirely based around the story of the Epitaph of Twilight. But it ended up getting renamed to The World when it hit commercial release. And as mentioned, there is a lot of very lore-heavy content within this series that The World R1 and Fragment have major connections to. That e-zine has insider info from the designers? I figured it would just be mindless advertising. Damn, I underestimated them. Did you need to be a gold member of the CC Corp official fan club to be able to receive the e-zine? Exactly, but you need to have $30 cash in your cyber wallet, so think carefully before you register. Wasn't there a guild that was collecting the Epitaph of Twilight and the Twilight Keys? I wonder if that guild is still active. I don't hear anything about them anymore. This is starting to look more and more like a bad rumor board. That was the Twilight Brigade. Maseo mentioned that to Ovan in that friggin' movie series of cutscenes. Now that you mentioned it, I haven't heard a thing about them lately either. They used to be so active too. I wonder what happened. Maybe they broke up? The guild itself is no longer around. It seems they just fell apart when their leader disappeared. But I heard the leader recently returned to the world. I guess the former members of that guild are starting to get active again too. I mistakenly used a rare serrated edge nickel coin I bought at an auction to buy a rice ball. Good evening. This is Ohm Rice. I love this guy. He is one of the best characters in this entire game, and the only time you get to see him is on the message boards. We'll get to one of my favorite interactions with him eventually, but I love this character. Wow, really? I wonder if the rumor board is going to get busy again. If it gets to be what it used to be like, I'll be posting there too. Bring on the Twilight Brigade! Sorry for the noob-like question, but what exactly is this Epitaph of Twilight and Twilight Key business? Well, please forgive my presumptuousness, but let me try to explain. Epitaph of Twilight. This is an epic poem that was posted on the internet for free. People say that the world of the World R1 is based on it, but CC Corporation denies it. The person who wrote the poem is dead now, and you can no longer see the website where it was originally posted. The poem itself has been scattered as well. Twilight Key. This is a legendary item that is said to grant the wishes of whoever is lucky enough to find it. Lots of players have been looking for it ever since the days of Fragment. Despite the fact that an extremely large number of people are looking for it, there are no reports of anyone having seen it. Lately, most people have started to think that it might just be another urban legend, since the information is so vague. I hope the above explanation has been useful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. So the Twilight Brigade is a guild that is dedicated to find something that doesn't exist? That sounds kind of romantic. Again, like, the Epitaph of Twilight and the Key of Twilight are major plot points within the series. Now, let's talk about the PK system. I'm going to talk a bit about PKs. The PK system was around since the days of Fragment, and until it was abolished in the middle days of the World R1, it was a system that made the world really unique. When the PKs were abolished, the players held protests at each of the root towns, and fan sites demanded that PKs be brought back. Now for the World R2. The PK system has been brought back. It has its pros and cons, but the players generally welcomed it when it first started. But lately, there have been a growing number of people who call for it to be abolished again. In the outside world too, people are talking a lot about whether it's morally correct to have a game where people kill each other. So considering all these things, I have a question. Does the world really need PKs? Please give me your detailed answers. Thank you. The purpose of this thread is not to criticize PKing. Please don't flame or troll. Thank you. I think the world definitely needs PKs, though I personally hate PKing. In network games with no PKing, you have no choice but to accept getting cheated or get swindled by other players. But in the world, there's the PK system. If you use your brain, you can use the PK system to protect yourself. So just from a self-defense point of view, the PK system is necessary. That's basically my opinion. I'm against the current PK system. I won't say that the system itself is bad. However, I can't agree with a system that blames the victims and says that if you don't want to get PK'd, you should do the PKing first. For example, they could make some servers where PKing is allowed and others where it's forbidden. Or make it so you can turn PKing on or off. If it's off, you can't PK someone and you can't be PK'd either. I wish CC Corp would think of a way to separate the people that want it and the people that don't want it. I personally think either way is fine. Even if you do get PK'd, it's not that big of a deal as it's within the game. So maybe you'll lose some experience and the time you spent to get those points. At worst, you may lose some items too. That's all. So do you really have to talk about who got PK'd and who did the PKing? Naturally, if your dear character is PK'd, it's going to upset you. But it's just a game, right? I'm not saying you should enjoy getting PK'd. Maybe just take it a little bit more lightly. Not an issue if it is necessary or not, is it? That's a part of the game. The real winners are the ones that have fun. I'm all for the PK system. I started playing the world because it had a PK system, which is something that I wanted to experience, although my fear of retaliation prevents me from PKing anyone. For someone who wants to play a game with a PK system, such as myself, it is absolutely necessary to have one. But to be honest, I don't really care if the world has it or not. I'll go to whatever game that has the best PK system. Lastly, I want to add a personal comment. To all of you who say that you hate PKing but still play the world, which is a game whose main selling point is the PK system, I just want to say, go play another game. I'm begging you. I want to talk about the World R2. It's a mistake to have the PK system applied to the entire game. They say that the arena was created to calm down the whole PK controversy, but I think it's done the opposite. I think they should have made it so the PK system applied only to the arena and left the rest of the game PK free. People that don't want to get involved in PK can stay away from the arena. The people who want to PK go to the arena. That way both types of people would have been happy. It's the same thing for the trouble between the guilds. Instead of killing each other in areas whenever there's a dispute, it would be way better if they could just solve it fairly in the arena. That's the way it should have been handled. I think the current PK problem was born from the fact that the world is borderless. But it's not too late to fix things. So I think they should consider a reworking of the entire system. So I guess I have to say, I'm against the current PK system. So for those who don't know, PK is shorthand for player killer. In other words, players in an online game who specifically hunt down other players to kill them because they find it entertaining, they just want to harass people, or whatever. As we saw at the beginning of the game, Ioten and Asa are what are known as newbie PKs. They are player killers who specifically target players who are new to the game and make their life hell to try and make them leave the game. Well, let's talk about Crimson Versus. No, let's skip Crimson Versus just because we can't do anything with that yet. Let's check out the rumors. Please read Rumor Board. Good evening, I'm Nanase Mitabi. Recently, there appears to be an increasing number of you who are failing to uphold the local rules of this board. I thought this may be because many of you are coming here for the first time, so I decided to make this thread to clearly list the rules. Unlike other boards, there are several rules that are constantly in effect. Before you post here, make sure to read them in the following responses. Thank you. Adhere to the thread rules. There are 4 types of threads in the rumor board. When making a new thread, please make sure it adheres to one of the 4. There are people out there who use this board as a serious reference, so please be thorough. Sightings, encounters. Please use this type when describing something you have seen or experienced for yourself. If it's something you've heard, please differentiate the type of thread between online and offline. Online rumor. Use this type when talking about rumors related to an online setting. Offline rumor. Use this type when talking about rumors related to a real-life setting. General. Use this type for general discussion threads that do not fall into the previous 3 thread types. No taunting. Based on the nature of this board, there will always be discussions about things that would not normally be considered as common sense. However, no matter how improbable you may think someone's post is, do not mock them or their views. 3. Good evening as a greeting. No matter what time of day it may be, always greet your fellow posters with good evening. There is no particular reason for this, but it has been a long-standing tradition of this board. Please uphold it. Point of caution. Things written in the threads here are rules pertaining only to the rumor board. Please stop bringing them to other boards and sites. The mystery of the world. I tried collecting up the layest rumors. If you're interested, here they are. Number 1, the little girl in the hall. Number 2, tuning fork. Number 3, tri-edge. Starting with the little girl in the hall. If you go to the Huogran's Cathedral at 12 a.m. exactly, you will hear a girl crying. Those who hear this girl will fall into a coma after a week. But apparently, if you talk to 5 people within the week about your experience, you will be spared from the coma. Also, these rumors say that a girl wearing something like a white nightgown will sometimes appear before your very eyes. Tuning fork. You can hear a sound like a tuning... if you hear a sound like a tuning fork in an area, you will fall into a coma. Of course, if this were true, I doubt anyone who heard the sound would be around to start the rumor. Well... Tri-edge. People who come across a triple-clawed twin blade in the game, of course, fall into a coma in real life. These people also gain a triangular-shaped wound while in the coma. We're just full of coma rumors lately. I've heard stories along those lines. Pretty scary. Another big thing with the .hack series, at least early on, is an ongoing mystery about players falling into comas while playing the game, and the search for how to bring them back, and why they fell into comas in the first place. The urban legend. A friend of a friend told me that. I'm sure you've heard of that before. Rumors that feel real, even though they seem to have no factual basis. Rumors that seem to come true even as they're spread. Rumors that seem logically impossible, yet become increasingly easy to believe the more you think about them. Half of the rumors on this board are rumors of that sort. Urban legends. I'd like to talk a bit about these legends. If you have time, please lend your ears to a dull analyst. If you have way too much time, please write a response. I'm sure he would be thrilled. Urban legends and ghost stories. Some of you may still not be sure what I mean by urban legends after reading my last post. How about if I mentioned the woman with the crooked mouth, the Axeman under the bed, the cat in the microwave oven, or the baby in the locker? Chances are you've heard of at least one of them. Most urban legends are scary stories like these, designed to make us feel fear and unease on the basic, primitive level. Compared to regular ghost stories, Urban legends have an ambiguous part that says this happened to someone, somewhere. However, as rumors, these are inherently interesting. They have an undeniable impact. You start wanting to believe that these things can actually happen. Then you start wanting to tell them to others. They are rumors that should be no big deal, yet they're kind of scary and interesting at the same time. This is the true identity of the urban legend. Here now is one of those legends. Please decide for yourself whether or not to spread it amongst yourselves. A story. Have you ever wanted to know what the future holds? I have a good method for predicting it. I will now share this to you. This is a story I heard from a friend of a friend, but bow 3 times to the northeast, then 3 times to the southwest. Then call your own cell phone. Upon doing so, you will not hear the normal error message, but instead hear a woman say, "Who would you like to leave a message for?" When you hear the woman's voice, you then say this, "Future, oh future, please come here. When you come, please reply." Once you've said this, turn the power off to your cell phone, wrap it in a red handkerchief, and put it in your left pocket. Upon doing so, you will get a phone call from the future within 24 hours. You will be asked what kind of future you would like to know, so you must respond to this within 10 seconds. Then, the future will tell you about the future you wish to know. However, if you do not answer the question within 10 seconds, you will be taken away by the future and forced to become its companion. Really getting bored. Ooh, thanks for the explanation. I've been hearing talk about the future a lot lately. It's all just following out Satoru, though. Thanks for the summary. Oh, I remember that. It was all the rage back in grade school. Don't you think this future thing is just an abbreviated version of the Satoru method? Wonder if it's too much trouble for kids today to have the phone ringing over and over again. Good work, Encephalon. I wonder. I personally think that it's the most interesting part of the process. Thanks for the responses. He is thrilled as well. Really, thank you. So, who's this he you keep talking about? It's really bugging me. Is it just me, or do I smell more fascinating things to come? Lol. The Forest of Pain. Hello, and good evening. Do any of you know about the conditions to activate the world quest, the Forest of Pain? I've completed all the quests except for the Forest of Pain. Are there any conditions that I don't know about in order to activate this quest? That quest can't be played right now. That entire area is currently sealed off. Even if you have the words needed, I doubt you'll get transported there. You're pretty brave to want to challenge the Forest of Pain. Ah, the proud, upright posture of one dedicated to conquering the demon world that is said to be unbeatable. Oh, it's so cool, I can't stand it. Forest of Pain, eh? I think it'd be best if you avoided anything to do with it. That's too bad. Thanks for the information. What do you mean? Players that participate in the Forest of Pain quest are known to disappear. There was a time when this rumor was fairly well known. When it started, many laughed and thought it was just another urban legend. But upon doing some research, I found that player data for some of the people who participated were lost. Further research revealed that the actual players where the character data was lost were in a coma. It was a big deal. In the end, nothing concrete was revealed about the link between the Forest of Pain and the comatose players. But if I were you, I would stay away from that quest. Are you kidding me? Who knows? It's up to you to believe or not to believe. But as they often say, where there's smoke, there's fire. For now, I'll just say that, personally, I don't think it's just another rumor. Okay. I think I'll just hold off on that quest even when it does open back up. Looking for Tan. Just as my topic says, I've been going to guild shops and whispering to the store managers, but I cannot get a hold of him. I really need to talk to Tan. I've taken the liberty of posting here with the hope that you fine folks will know a way of contacting him. If this post goes against the rules of the board, I apologize. Does anyone know anything? I'll be waiting for your replies. Tan disbanded. Did they have something you wanted? Maybe I'll help you out. What's Tan? A guild that was active until just recently. It's not anymore. Their main activities revolved around trading items and information. It was said that there was nothing they couldn't acquire, as they had a wide variety of goods, in the world, of course. However, they found out that the guild was cheating, so they split up, and the main members were deprived of their IDs. I guess you could call them a legend. In that case, I would like to get information. The other day, a friend of mine was PK'd. Never forgive them for it. I want to catch them so that I can give them a good spanking. This is what I know about the PKers. They worked as a pair. One is a Blade Grandier, the other is an Edge Punisher. The Edge Punisher speaks strange. If you know anything about these two PKers, I hope you are willing to tell me. If it was just items, I may have been able to help you out. If you're looking for information, try whispering to Nwada or Encephalon. Okay, I'll try whispering to them. Thank you for your help. And that's actually going to be it for the community forum for now. There is a movie player section, so any cutscenes that you've seen in the game will be stored here. Although we haven't exactly unlocked any, but we do have the title demo, which is how the game originally opened in the PS2 version. So let's take a bit to watch it, shall we? Just one moment. Once again, Victor Entertainment, if you slap me with a copyright claim on that, I will fight you, because this is within the game that I am playing, that I am streaming. So even in the world, there are official forums and an official site. We can visit those a bit later. For now, let us return to the world.
What's going on? Why is my equipment different? What the? I'm back at level 1? What about my items? My member list? My equipment? Gone. It's all gone. My whole character has been completely reformatted.
Hey, did you see that guy just now? With the really weird arm? Totally!
Huh? Ovan? He would know something about this.
Map navigation. Sometimes your next destination is indicated on the map by the cursor. Click the select button, or whatever your controller's equivalent is, to view the map. And the swirling blue circle is where well, as it says, your destination. That's where you need to go. Actually, talk. This is important for something later. This is important for a side quest later.
Hey, do you know what that guy's job was? I don't think I've seen a design like that.
I didn't look that closely.
I saw him head towards the harbor. Maybe I'll go get a closer look.
So all of these player clerks, like the Kestrel clerk, the Trifold clerk, they're guild clerks that sell a variety of items. We won't be doing anything with that for a while. Just making sure I don't miss anybody, even if I have to get them more than once. Because the side quest in question is a pain in the ass.
Oh my god, that player looked really hot!
Really? I thought he looked kinda creepy. So, you like guys that look like that?
Where'd he go?
I think he went down that alley.
Ooh. That's actually an interesting achievement pop-up.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
It's those player killers.
It's not much of a challenge when they're so pathetically weak.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fighting those noobs is making us all rusty.
That rogue that we fought the last time? He really wasn't that bad.
You mean we're going after him next?
Hell yeah. There is no way in hell I can back down after what happened last time.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, what the hell am I hiding for? Why do I have to hide from bastards like them? It's pathetic.
Because you're level 1, they would mop your ass.
You're kidding! What the hell's going on?
Gaspard, are you okay?
Oh, huh? What happened?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Hey, are you a new player?
You're a noob? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I guess I must have scared you, huh?
Hell no, I'm not a noob. I'm the terror of death.
Terror of what?
What? Wait, are you talking about the famous PKK Haseo?
Oh, you're a player killer killer! I knew I'd heard about him somewhere before. But I'm pretty sure the player's name was Haseo.
Are you sure?
Definitely. Yep.
Hey, look. It's me. I'm the real PKK Haseo.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to gain more levels before you can say anything like that.
What? Hey.
If you're a noob, we'll be happy to teach you the basics of this game.
Actually, Syllabus and I are part of the Noob Support Guild called Canard.
Noob Support Guild?
It's a guild that teaches noobs all they need to know to become top players.
We're actually pretty famous, you know.
Oh yeah, I need to give you our member addresses first. Here.
Member addresses are an address system made just for communicating
it's just
with your
my
friends
luck
in
to
the
get
world.
mixed up with
When
a bunch
inviting
of
someone into your
weirdos.
party, check their status.
I even lost sight of Ovan. Anyway, right now, I've got to level back up to become the terror of death. Well, I guess I'll just hang out with them for a little while longer.
Look, it doesn't mean that they'll join just because you invite them to. Were you listening to me?
Yeah, I was listening.
You were? Really?
Yes, really. Anyway, come on. You're gonna teach me the basics, right? So hurry up and let's move on to the next lesson.
Okay, then let's go to an area.
Now, invite us into your party and we'll go find the Chaos Gate.
Oh, okay, so Syllabus and Gaspard are automatically added. Gaspard is a little infamous with the .hack community. Not a lot of people like his voice acting, particularly in the English version. I've only been used to the English version, so I'm kind of meh on it. I have heard the Japanese voice, and the Japanese voice sounds a bit more whiny. But to each their own.
This is the Chaos Gate. If you input 3 different types of words into...
I know that.
Okay, well then, a good area for a noob is...
Delta Peaceful Leading Freedom. That should be a good place to start.
So we don't get the same area word that we did before with Eoten and Asta. Corporal? Let's just save real quick. So we have Buzzing Rat's Puddle, which we picked up from one of the community forums, but this is an optional area. If you need somewhere to do a little bit of level grinding and to pick up the Olm Shell that was mentioned there, you can go there. Olm Shells are an enhancement item that you can put onto your equipment, which we'll get into a bit later, but they can help power up your weapons, armors, and accessories. But for now, let's head to Peaceful Leading Freedom, a level 3 area, as opposed to Courageous.
Attention! Bringing one noob to the dungeon! Repeat, bringing one noob to the dungeon!
I told you that I'm not a noob.
I know. You're really the terror of death, right?
I can understand you wanting to roleplay something like that, but I'm not really sure if you should do Terror of Death, you know? Player killers are going to come after you, and it'll definitely be rough for you.
Hey, just shut up and listen.
So you're saying you're really the PKK Haseo, the terror of death. And when you logged in, your level went down from 133 to 1?
No way! I've never heard of a bug quite like that. Wow!
I'm not lying.
Okay, but still.
Gaspard, that's what he's role-playing.
Oh, now I get it. That's some really complicated character background.
It's not role-playing.
Don't be embarrassed. We'll accept your character concept.
Just relax and come with us.
Will you please listen to me already?
So, they mentioned Haseo previously being level 133. The World R2 has a weird level cap compared to a lot of RPGs or even MMOs, in that the level cap is 150. However, for each volume of GU, they set a hard level cap of 50. So at the end of Volume 1, level cap is 50, Volume 2 is 100, and Volume 3 is 150. Meaning that Haseo was a pretty high level character during that 8-month time skip. Also, the Terror of Death is not a name he picked on himself.
The enemy has been spotted.
He is not that much of an edgelord. Trust me.
Maybe we should start by telling you about the skill trigger.
I already know about that.
But how could you know? You're just a noob.
No, I'm not.
Why don't we give it a shot?
Okay, come on, Haseo. Let's go fight the monsters.
Don't forget to use the skill trigger, okay?
So during this fight, you kind of do have to use the skill trigger at least once.
Let's get him!
Otherwise, the characters will reprimand you for not doing it.
That was nothing.
Yes! Way to go, Haseo!
Yeah, looks like you can use the skill trigger just fine.
I just can't believe that you're a noob.
I told you, I'm not a...
Okay.
Let's move on. Will you two
just listen to me?
So, this is a steam switch. We saw that train cart with creatures running around them. They're called Chim Chims. Press the switch, they come off. And this is a mysterious animal that resides in the world known as the Chim Chim. Approach it and kick it to acquire energy known as Chim Spheres. Chim Spheres are vital to operate the various steam machinery, so you should always keep at least 30 in stock. However, if you have too many, it may cause some difficulties. Chase him and just give him a boot. Boot, boot. Kick the gems. Boot. And if you have your party members lined up just right, like with here with Zelda's and Gaspard. Oh! Oh, those big yellow ones are rare chims. They drop 10 chim spheres. Yeah, if your party members are lined up just right like these two are, they will automatically kick all the chims for you. It's always good to collect about 50 by the end of an area, because you'll get a reward for doing so. Okay, that's it. I'll be on this way. You?
There's another enemy!
Well, now that you know how to use the skill trigger, let's learn about Rengeki.
I already know about...
Okay, then let's go and fight them!
I'll tell you the timing to execute it, so make sure you use it.
Listen to me, damn it!
Don't worry, we're listening all right.
Yeah, right. Let's get going!
Ooh, I missed that surprise attack. Surprise attacks also help when getting rewards at the end of the game.
Wow! We did it!
Hey! Your Rengeki was pretty good.
Oh, duh.
Again, if you don't use the Rengeki, they will actually chew you out for it.
Wow! Way to go, Haseo! Nice! I was so bad when I was a noob. Good job!
I told you, I'm not a...
Yeah, no one would think you're a noob with your skills.
Hey, come on! Let's keep going!
Are you even hearing anything I'm saying to you?
Well, instead of going forward, there was another path. Let's head down that, see if we can find anything.
This'll be quick! Well, that's that, I guess. Slow!
Wow! We did it! Let's get him!
That was nothing.
Victory is ours!
Right next to there.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Like, clears up that area. Right, so they mentioned player killer killers, PKKs, PKs and player killers. I mentioned before, PK is shorthand for player killer, players who specifically hunt down and kill other players, either as a form of harassment or for their own entertainment, whatever. Player killer killers specifically hunt down player killers to take them out, usually as a form of payback or some form of policing or self-policing. And Haseo gained a bit of notoriety. During the movie of cutscenes, they mentioned that he defeated 100 player killers. That's 100 player killers at one time, which gained him...
Do you know about Awakening?
No, I don't.
See? I knew that you were a noob.
Hey!
Now, Haseo. We'll tell you all about them, so don't scowl, okay?
Yeah. So, what is this awakening thing you were talking about?
Well, it's a special attack that you can do together with your party members. Do you want to give it a shot? It's a lot easier to understand it if you're in battle.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. I'm gonna do my best.
Hey, I haven't agreed.
All right then, let's go encounter some enemies.
After this tutorial bit, I'll continue my discussion. But
First strike!
for now,
Awakening is a state when a special kind of power has been activated. You can use it when the morale gauge on the top right of the screen is full.
currently we have Beast Awakening,
Okay.
which stops the opponents from moving. We gain a huge speed, and we gain a huge speed boost, so we can just go ham on them. This is a really useful awakening.
I love using this technique.
You just got one step closer to becoming the terror of death.
The enemies get stronger as we go deeper, so let's kick some butt and get you leveled up.
Well, that's that, I guess.
There are other awakenings that we'll get as we progress in the story, but Beast Awakening is just so useful. Now, as I was mentioning, Haseo's title as the Terror of Death, as his PKK title, was not something he picked. They mentioned earlier that he once defeated 100 player killers. That is not a total. That is how many he fought it at a single time. 100 player killers went after him, and he killed all of them. And so, all of those player killers started calling him the Terror of Death, and that title stuck. Let's see, Steam Doors. A Steam Door is one of the traps that are found in a dungeon. These doors can be opened by inserting an energy known as Chimp Spheres. This is what we've been collecting them for. Chimp Spheres can be obtained from mysterious creatures known as Chimp Chimps, which are found inside dungeons and rooftops.
Slow!
some significance behind that title, which we will get into later.
I guess we won!
See what's down here. And it's a dead end. Great. Item boxes. There are various items hidden in the item box. There are 3 types of item boxes: objects, treasures, and trap boxes. Target the item box and press the confirm button to search the item box. Breakable objects. This is an item box. It has a different design depending on the area and primarily contains items. Treasure chests. Treasure chests primarily contain accessories. Trap boxes. Trap boxes look very similar to a treasure chest that rattles. Disabling the trap within the time limit will allow you to acquire the weapon, armor, or item within it. I got as an item a health drink, which is essentially our potion. And to disarm a trap, we have to do a quick time event. We got the spin and Gaigu, which is our starting weapon. It's actually a good idea to hold on to these, because we'll be able to make some use of them later. Now then, I'm not judging that, I think... Yeah, I think that's the correct way we're supposed to go. So it is not where we want to go, because we still have more of the map to fill out. There are plenty of conditions that you essentially have to meet by the time you clear an area. And depending on your ranking for each of those missions, you will get various rewards, including keywords for other areas, which is very useful if you're trying to find rare items.
This'll be quick!
Because some items will only appear when you have a or even some items are.
Let's keep it up!
Whatever, we can go on break when I finish the lesson.
That was nothing.
Slow!
We did it!
Hey, do you guys know anything about Tri-Edge?
Tri-Edge? No, what's that? Some kind of event monster or something?
It's the screen name of a PK.
Never heard of him.
Me neither.
Well, that's a shame. Gonna have to find that information elsewhere.
This is a statue of Folset, the god of law in the world's backstory, but we just call it the Beast statue.
And there is the treasure offering. See? Go on and open it, Haseo.
That is a broadsword that we cannot use. Yet.
Hey, little Haseo. Been a while, huh?
They're from Kestrel!
Huh? What? Hey, who are these guys?
Famous player killers. What the? Not now.
Well, well. Looks like you haven't been keeping up since the last time we met. It took me a little while to recognize that you were really the terror of death.
What? He's real?
You're really the terror of death?
How amazing. I mean, what a coincidence running into you here. I tell you, it has to be destiny.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, right, moron. Give me a break. Someone sent me an anonymous email. So I decided to come and have some fun. Now, what should we play? Well, for starters, how about I love you to death?
I don't really know what's going on. But please, no violence.
Gaspard!
He got in my way.
Out in one.
Oh, hell. What is this? Just what the hell is going on here? What's happening?
Haseo! Run!
Are you scared? Man, I just love that expression, you know what I mean? God, there is nothing like PK.
Wait a minute. What the? Something is starting to... It's growing.
Hold it. You guys look like you're having fun.
Who the hell are you? You want to be killed too?
Are you sure you want to do that? The guild that you PKers hate the most might be heading this way as we speak.
Moontree? I can't believe it. You tipped them off, you bitch!
Maybe I did.
Hey! What are we gonna do?
Fighting them now is only gonna bring more problems. You! I won't forget this.
Why are you running that way?
What a silly girl. Don't you realize that I just saved you?
There was a portal right there. You could have just used that to escape.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for saving us.
You're Haseo.
I don't recall telling anyone like you my name.
You're an unruly child, just like I heard you were.
What are you, a groupie?
Nice try, but I'm not interested in brats.
Well, I'm glad. Because I don't have any interest in old hags.
What? Old hag?
Only an old person like you would use such an outdated phrase like unruly child.
Damn brat. I'll have you know that I'm...
You're
I'll come back another time.
As you wish.
Let me just give you one warning. Haseo, your character hides something. There is a dangerous power inside you.
Dangerous power?
Have you ever had the feeling like there was something strange growing inside your character?
Just now.
As if it is trying to get out. Well, anyway. I'll see you again.
Weird. I thought that clip was gonna play. Oh well.
Phew! Oh man, that was pretty scary.
Wow. Okay, so I didn't really get all of that, but basically, your character has some really messed up data, right?
What? Really? Well then you should go and tell CC Corporation all about it, and have them recreate your character for you.
It's not normal to go from level 133 to level 1 so suddenly.
Yeah, I know. You're right. It's definitely not normal, but... I guess you could say my enemy's not normal either.
Enemy?
If that dangerous power, or whatever she was talking about, can help, then I've got no choice but to keep using this character.
That sounds pretty serious to me. Oh well, anyway, good luck.
You know what? Come to think of it, didn't that lady say that she had already called the Moon Tree Guild?
That was just a bluff.
She lied?
No, not a lie exactly. That old hag just never said she had actually called them.
A bluff, huh? She's quite the strategist. What's wrong?
What are we doing wasting our time? I mean, what if those player killers come back here?
Yeah, good point. Let's hurry back to town.
And this is a ranking system. Perfect score. Well, total score. So, as you can see, you get ranked on how many successful surprise attacks you've made, how many enemy parties you've defeated, how many treasure chests you've opened, how many objects you've destroyed, and how many chim spheres you've acquired. Depending on your ranking, you can get various rewards. If you get a total rank of S, you have a very likely chance to get a keyword. In this case, we got a first word, Heavenly, which we can use to create a new area word to go to other areas, fight other monsters, and possibly get other rare items. And you need a minimum of 50 chim spheres in order to get an S rank in that.
Why don't you have Moon Tree protect you?
Yeah, that's right. You've got those really strong-looking PKers after you.
Moon Tree is a guild that supports the abolishment of PKs.
And part of their mandate includes helping PK victims out.
Moon Tree, huh? Oh, them. You want me to beg those hard-headed dorks to protect me? Forget about it. I'd rather be PK'd than be protected by all those lecturing loudmouths. Seriously, who makes a charity group in a game?
Uh-oh.
Haseo.
What's wrong?
How long have you been standing there? What? You got a problem?
Look, Haseo, you don't understand anything about Moon Tree, okay? We're just trying to make the world a more enjoyable place. We just want to reach an understanding with everyone. I mean, doesn't everyone feel like being nice to someone sometimes? We want to protect those feelings. We want to be able to protect those feelings. But everyone likes to make fun of us, saying we're just some charity group or some cult. We just want to improve, together with everyone else. We are not here to lecture anyone. Do you get it? Do you understand? Do you, Haseo?
You...
Please, take this.
And she just forces her member address.
Huh?
I'm going to do everything within my power to explain Moontree to you. I want you to better understand who we really are.
Wait, don't I get a say in this? Hey.
Yes?
So, how did you even recognize me anyway? I mean, I don't look anything like I used to before.
Well, I guess it's because you're still you.
Huh?
It's true that I didn't recognize you at first, but soon after that, I realized it was you. Oh, Sakaki's calling me, so I have to get going now. But I'll tell you a lot more about Moontree next time.
Was she a member of Moontree? That's great! If you're friends with a Moontree member, the PKers are bound to leave you alone.
Man. Even though she's got the same face and everything, she's definitely not Shino.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Well, that was all really interesting. Okay, we're gonna head for another area. How about you, Haseo?
No,
Okay, got it. Well, if you need anything, just call us.
We'll help you out.
See ya.
Yeah, later.
God, I'm so beat. What was that about? And what about that woman? And the dangerous power she talked about? I'll log out and check my email or something.
That is a common phrase that you're going to hear a lot from Haseo over the course of the game. That it kind of became a meme with the character way back when, before memes were really a thing. But yeah, now we can just log out of the game, and we have a new email. So let's just save. Log out. What? And on the main menu, we have 4 new emails. And with that, we're going to take a break. So make sure to use the bathroom if you need to, grab a drink of water, have a snack, do stretching, whatever you need to, and we'll be back in a bit. Well, let's check our email. First, we have some character profiles for each member address we get. For Adelie, loves small birds, enjoys chatting with Moontree members. Nice to meet you. Philibus wants a new cell phone, a G-Power 9 graphics card, and advanced M2D. I got your back. Gaspard. Favorite thing, napping. Favorite food, paella. I probably pronounced that wrong, forgive me. Hates avocado and natto. Maseo, play with me. Philibus, we have a quest offer. Maseo, would you like to try taking on a quest with us? You may already know this, but quests are like part-time jobs for players. Basically, there are people in the world who have problems and we help them out. By completing quests posted at the quest shop, you'll receive a reward that matches the content of the quest. So you'll be able to not only level up, but earn money at the same time. If you're interested, there's a quest shop near the warp point in the central district of Makanu. Right now, you can probably take on a quest called the Crown Quest. If you're up for it, invite Gaspard and me. We'll be happy to help you out. No way! Thanks for adventuring together with me. I never would have thought you were the real terror of death. I've heard a lot about you. This is the 4th time I've been targeted by PKers. I'm just glad I didn't actually die this time. Laying on the floor laughing. This makes me feel old. All this old-ass internet speech from early to mid-2000s. So, what are you going to do now? Must be really rough having to start from scratch again. And you can actually respond to some of these. Give me a sec here. There is more or less a quote-unquote proper chain of responses to keep getting emails in. I just forget what they are because it's been so long. So the correct response here is, like what? There's no need for me to say what I'm going to do next. What did you hear about me? Okay, no, that didn't have a response. Yes, Bard. Hi! So you really were the terror of death. I was so surprised. Wonder how many times I've been PK'd by now. Apparently, Beast Race characters are really easy targets. Something like, I don't feel bad about killing it because it's just a dumb animal. God damn it. If there's anything Syllabus or I can do to help, let us know. If you find out anything about Tri-Edge, let me know. And we got one from Pi, the woman that we met earlier. This is basically a repeat of what we went over before, but don't forget, your character hides a very dangerous power. We are the only ones who are capable of controlling that power. Who are you? Who are you anyway, lady? Do Do you not get how cryptic you sound? There's also greeting cards that you can get, which you can send to your party members to get different responses and increase their affection meters towards you. We'll get into affection meters later. They currently do not matter. But let's head back into the world now that we've read all of our emails. And let's actually look up the official forums real quick. Map's gone. My map stopped displaying. Is this a bug? Should I email CC Corp about this? What should I do? Somebody help me! First, calm down. Second, try logging into the world again. Your map should reappear. Give it a shot, even if you don't believe me. Wow, Reggie, my map displayed just fine. Thanks a ton. So basically, this happens again. I just need to log out and then log back in, right? Well, that would work too. I'll write down an easier way to help you out. You can change the map's display status by pressing the select button, or your controller equivalent. Those changes occur in the following order. Normal, displayed in the top left corner of the screen. Enlarged, full screen display. You can also check mission info and stuff on the screen. Normal again, it goes in a loop. You can press circle, B on Xbox, A on Nintendo. When the map's enlarged, to close it completely. If you want to bring it back, just press the select button, and it'll open again in normal mode. So while it's true that logging out and coming back in will cause the map to return to normal, it's also a pain in the butt. So you should just remember to press select. I see, so I just need to press select to change the way the map is displayed. When it's enlarged, I can press circle to close it completely. Got it, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can't go to an area. As the topic says, I can't go to the areas I want to. I've tried going to areas lots of times, but I keep getting the same pitifully weak enemies. I'm a level 3 Blade Reindeer. Please help, thanks. You? You mean that you don't know how to use Chaos Gates? Do you understand what parameters are? Not a clue. My friend told me a lot when I first logged in, but I had no idea what he was talking about. Would you mind telling me? Just leave it to me. Well, when you open a Chaos Gate, you get a lot of difficult parameters, right? There are only two really important ones. Area level and treasure level. Just remember these two and you'll be set. You shouldn't have any problems. There's a lot more stuff you can do with these, but that's just for advanced players. You'll be fine without them, so don't worry. Okay, in my next post I'll explain about area level and treasure level. Area level is the parameter that determines the level of the monsters in the area. In the world, monsters have levels just like players. Because their levels are set up in the same way as ours, if the area level is higher than your player level, that means that the monsters will be stronger than you. The same goes the other way around. When setting up the area you want to go to, try setting the area level like this. Playing solo, set it to 3 to 4 levels beneath your own. When playing as a group, set it to the same as the party's average, or 1 to 3 levels higher. Next is... Oh, but this will get too long if I keep writing here. I'll write about treasure level in my next post. Treasure level represents the quality of the items that are found in item boxes. Treasure chests, wooden boxes, or whatever you want to call them. The bigger the parameter, the better the items are in the item boxes. Basically, if you want to get good items, make sure to use words that will raise this parameter. Last but not least, when you want to get items as easily as possible, try playing around with the third part of the area word. Depending on how you go about it, you might get an area with weak monsters, but has great items. Of course, you can't go wrong with setting both the area and treasure level high so you can gather tons of items and experience points. This should let you get to any area you want. Got it? Thank you very much. I think I have the right idea now. I'm going to try going to a Chaos Gate right away. Let me just add this. For beginners, it may be good to practice setting the area level that you want. Focus on the treasure level after that. Also, if you think the settings are just too hard, try random. This will automatically adjust the settings for the area it will send you to. It's also easy, just like pulling the lever on a slot machine. Try it out and see what you think. monster field of vision. And we don't need to worry about that right now. Soloing, though. Hi there, everyone. My name is Tricycle Cop. It is not Officer Tricycle. Don't get them mixed up. Here's my question. I would like to try this soloing thing. Basically, I want to be a so-called hardcore player. Any tips that will help me to do this will be appreciated. Thank you very much. Personally, I don't care much for the idea of solo play in an online game, but oh well. Here are the basics for solo play. Number 1, conserve items. Even if you are a cleric, it is essential to conserve items that will restore your HP and SP. It's also not a bad idea to bring along attack items that will be useful for the area you plan on visiting. 2, make sure you have an escape plan. Always have some smoke screens and return feathers on you. Know the shortest path back to the platform from where you are in case you run out of items. 3, research the area you plan on visiting. Check if there are any enemies that have status ailment causing skills in the area you're going to. When playing solo, contracting a status ailment is a quick path to disaster, so it might be better to avoid areas with enemies like that. It's not much, but hopefully this will help for now. Sarah Harley, I truly appreciate your guidance. I have a question about your third point. How precisely should one go about investigating what kind of monsters await in an area? Why not try making an area, transporting there, and then immediately transporting back to town? What exactly do you mean? Make an area and transport there. Confirm the enemies that reside there at a distance where they won't spot you, as well as how the map is configured, as well as its size. After checking on them, go back to town. Repeat this to look for an area that's appropriate for you. Be careful, when you're close enough to an enemy to see their name, it also means you're close enough for them to spot you. I'll write down the points you need to keep in mind while fighting solo battles. I hope they'll help you. 1. Use guard and charge attacks knockbacks well. When you think an enemy's about to attack, guard before attacking. If you become surrounded, run away to a safer spot. Knock back enemies that follow with a charge attack and try to fight them one-on-one. Skill trigger usage. When soloing, it's better to focus on stopping an enemy's skills rather than trying to pull off Rengekis. Save your skill trigger attacks for when you really need them. 3. Don't be stingy with items. Using fewer items will just lead to more death. Don't be afraid to use them a lot. That's about all I can think of. Sir Killer Whale, Sir Renji, thank you both for your guidance. I have one last question. I am currently a level 10 Punisher. Could you tell me the best area for one such as myself to level up? Thank you very much. For areas, Delta, Truthful Marbles Bomb. Area level 10, Elements, Fire and Earth. Delta, Upfront Blazing Camellia. Area level 13, Element Water. Are pretty good. The first word should be just right for you, and the second should be good for a challenge. And now we have both sets of area words, including each separate keyword. So now we can use them to create other areas. With that level, you should have a good selection with the following words. First part, sacred, warm, croaking. Second part, Colrins, black. Third part, purebred, ocean, blue cloud, Cassiopeia. Go on and try out lots of combinations. Combining new words is yet another way to learn. This is true. You can find some really, really good areas if you make up your own area words with keywords that you've collected. And as I said, some of them can get you some really good items. You too, I'm indebted, truly indebted. I will do the best I can. Making your own area words can actually produce better results than just using whatever area words that you're automatically given as part of the story. The dark guy PK'd me. While we were walking along an area, we were PK'd by a guy dressed all in black. At first we thought he was just someone being annoying and changed our area, but then he followed us to the new location. I guess it's one of those new stalker PKers. At any rate, he kept following us everywhere. When I asked him why he PK'd, he wouldn't even answer me. Man, that guy was creepy. We tried to fight back once, but we were no match for him. And our whole group was wiped out. It was heartbreaking. That must have been rough for you. I've been PK'd before too, so I know what it's like. It really sucks. I won't say all PKing is bad, but pointless stalker PKing shouldn't be allowed. It's against the law to stalk people in real life, so why should it be any different online? I'm hoping that the law changes to prevent such cases. Please don't let it get you down, June cried. Don't let the PKers win by giving up the world. What the hell's up with that? That guy just followed you all around without saying a word? What a jerk. I wonder what's going on with the world lately. With all these bugs and stalker PKers, it's getting to be too much. For that matter, don't go crying just because he got hurt. What kind of guy was it? If you want, I'll track him down myself and set him straight. Beatrice, Stella, thank you both. I'll do my best. You're right, I won't back down from a stalker. What kind of guy was it? I think he was a partisan with the same design as me. His entire body was giving off a black effect of some sort. But I think he must have had some kind of rare item or ability. His name was... I'm sorry, I forgot. Don't be ridiculous, he was really strong. Wow, that must have been rough. By any chance, was that PKer named Doppelganger? Oh, you're right, that was it. How did you know? Is he a famous PKer or something? Well, I mean, it's a monster. What do you mean? Well, there's a monster like that out there. It's a monster that takes on the exact appearance of a player, and normally doesn't do much except wander around. But when it spots a player, it'll attack without notice. It's set to have a much higher level than the player it's attacking, so theoretically, no one can beat them, even though there is an HP cap. The reason you felt like it was following you everywhere is because they're in every field, but for some reason they never show up in dungeons. I wonder why. If you ever see one, well, the best thing to do is run away without being spotted. No way! So it wasn't a PKer, it's a monster, huh? I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Now, there's no need for that. Everyone has things they don't know. Oh yeah, if you ever end up fighting a doppelganger again, just use a smoke screen to run away immediately. That way, you should be able to avoid having your whole party wiped out. Good luck with your adventures. So, that doppelganger monster. We're going to be fighting that at some point. I will be fighting that at some point. But, as they mentioned, the doppelganger is designed to always be stronger than you by at least 3 levels. And it has some pretty insane stats to boot. So, trying to take it down even with a full party at the level cap is going to be rough. None of that matters. Let's check out the official site real quick. Because... here we go. I want to go into the game's jobs real quick. During your initial character creation, you can select a job class for that character. The character's job cannot be changed afterwards. Twin Blade. Twin Blades have high agility and attack with 2 swords. Their rapid attacks leave no opening for an opponent to counterattack. This is the job Haseo starts with. Earlier, Haseo was referred to as an adept rogue. We'll actually get into that in this thread. Blade Grenadier. Blade Grenadiers fight with a sword similar to a katana. It is said that all warrior classes derive from this class. Although their abilities are average, they can adapt to a wide variety of situations. This is the job that Ioten and Syllabus are. They're a pretty decent DPS class. And kind of the middle ground that all other classes are based around. That will have either better or worse stats as a result. Edge Punisher. This is a class that Asta was. Edge Punishers are a job class that prefer to wield giant swords. High Guts. High Cloud. A blow from one of these weapons has enormous power and can slice most enemies in half with a single stroke. The downside is their attacks are incredibly slow, but they also wear heavy armor. They're essentially the tanks one of the tanking jobs of the game. We'll get into the other one. Lord Partisan. Lord Partisans wield a giant lance. No other class can match their piercing power. They have high defensive power compared to other classes, but are weaker against magic. The Lord Partisan is the best tanking job in the world R2. They boast higher defense than the Edge Punisher, and are about just as strong, but have the ability to pierce through guards because of their lances. But as mentioned, they are incredibly weak against magic. Tribal Grappler. Tribal Grapplers use their own fists as weapons. They have high agility, similar to Twin Blades, and possess high HP. However, their low defense value makes it crucial to pay attention in battle. So they're essentially the monks. Flick Reaper. Flick Reapers wield a giant scythe. They specialize in attacks meant to keep multiple enemies away. However, they are ineffective at long range. Steam Gunner. Steam Gunners use the steam guns that were developed by humans. They specialize in long-range attacks and are weak in close encounters, but their powerful weapons will keep most enemies away. Their weapons are essentially bayonet rifles, and they do have a capability for melee range, but they are better off at using their skills for long-range attacks, which does use up SP, so they're technically a casting class, but since their skills have no element basis. Adept Rogue. Adept Rogues are eventually capable to equip various weapons and use all sorts of magic. However, each weapon must be learned separately, which requires a considerable time investment. Even so, this training will eventually pay off, making them highly adaptable in any situation. This is the job that Haseo is. During the game's opening, and during the series of cutscenes, we saw 3 different weapons. The first was the Twin Blades that we are currently using. The second is a broadsword that looks like it's also part chainsaw. The third is a Flick Reaper scythe. That makes Haseo a combination of Flick Reaper, Edge Punisher, and Twin Blade. There is actually an in-game stat that limits what jobs you can be, so you can't be like all casting jobs and just blitz through everything because that's busted. Harvest Cleric. Harvest Clerics are experts in healing magic and are allied with the Light Spirits. They wield a staff in battle in the name of Air, the goddess of tranquility. They can use some attack magic after they reach a certain level, but most concentrate on healing and support magic. Shadow Warlock. This is a class, and this is a job that Gaspard is. Shadow Warlocks are experts in attack magic and are allied with the Dark Spirits. They always carry a book of spells known as a grimoire to heighten their magic power. Although they can use some healing magic, their repertoire is limited and not very effective. The Macabre Dancer. The Macabre Dancers are experts at status and ability magic. Since they are allied with both the light and dark spirits, they are proficient in healing and attack magic. They hold large fans in both hands during battle. Their dancing form is said to enchant those who watch. Oh. They don't go into the thing with, Adept Rogues. Well, I will go into that myself then. Just give me one moment. So, when a player is creating an Adept Rogue character, they are given 4 job points to use. And with those points, they can select a number of jobs that will use up as many of those points as possible to have access to multiple jobs, just thus making them incredibly versatile. For 1 point, you can select Blade Grenadier, Edge Punisher, Twin Blade. For 2 points, you can select Flick Reaper, Lord Partisan, Tribal Grappler. For 3 points, you can select Macabre Dancer, Harvest Cleric, Shadow Warlock, and Steam Gunner. As mentioned, because you're limited on how many job points you can actually spend, and due to how expensive the 4 casting / range jobs are, you cannot pick more than one of them. But, based on that point value, and what Haseo's jobs were, he spent 1 point on Twin Blade, 1 point on Edge Punisher, and 2 points on Flick Weaver. They're incredibly difficult to use, but if you max out their weapon stats, they become insanely powerful just due to how versatile they are. Well, let's see. Memoirs. Memoir records your past actions and contains clues to your next objective. Select Memoir from the main menu when you are unsure or unclear about your next objective. Well, let's have a look. Alright, we got invited to a quest, so... let's head to the quest shop. Oh. Come here, little beast boys. Sarson. Nuada! So, yes, you can actually trade with these other players for various items and even equipment, but they're based on a negotiation value. Whatever you want from them, you have to trade them something back, something of equal or greater value. And if you have to, you can trade multiple items to get one item off of the other player, just because of how good that item is. You can also talk to them, and they will just chat to you. I heard this from a friend of one of my friends. He said that if you go to the Huograns Cathedral in the middle of the night, you can hear a girl crying. All those that hear this girl crying are cursed and become comatose a week later. To escape the curse, you have to tell this story to 5 people. Alright, that makes 3. Oh no! Nuada, no! And here's the medic clerk. Friends of justice have to be kind, yeah? We're prepared to take a loss just to attend to your needs, yeah? So, this guild essentially acts as world support. They will go to any area and heal players, because every player in this guild is one of these beast tribes. I forget the actual race name. I can look them up later. And all of them are exclusively harvest clerics. They are specifically they are specifically geared towards healing other players. And yeah, they have a guild shop. You can buy stuff from them. Other guild shops like Kestrel and Trifle, which was there, but not anymore. So, let's see. Party. Currently, Adelie is busy, so let's invite Syllabus and Gaspard. And let's accept the job. Crown quest. Kick the King Chimchim. Catch the crown. Suggested PC level 5. I want someone to get the Chim crown for me. Client is Dr. Kubo, and the reward is a text of wisdom. Area name, Delta, Chasing Cupid's Phantom. Accepted the quest request. You can view the request from the main menu. Acquired the area word. So you'll be taking this quest? Please wait just a moment. Hello? This is the quest shop. Thank you for your patronage. We have some adventurers here who have accepted your request. My name is Kubo. Dr. Kubo, that is. My research relates to chim-chims. What? What kind of research? Oh, now, that's a secret. I can't tell you that. Anyway, I want you to retrieve the Chim Crown for me. Have you ever met King Chim-Chim? He is a giant Chim-Chim that rarely appears. As his name implies, he has a magnificent crown on his head. I want that crown. I have a few ideas on where King Chim-Chim is likely to show up. I want you to go there and get the Chim Crown. I've prepared plenty of rewards for you, so do your best.
It's pretty difficult to kick the king.
King Chim Chim? Isn't that the huge one?
We've kicked Chims before. Calm down, Gaspard. Oh wait, these aren't. There we go. And Gaspard's just chilling over there. Oh, you can also chat with your own party members. Just talk to them. You can trade items with them, or you can give them gifts, which can increase their affection meter. Ever since beasts were officially entered the game, I can't stop smiling. Long live R2! Time to train and become a great beast lover. A beast lover is someone like myself who just can't stop loving beasts. I'll do anything for beasts, anything at all. My love for beasts is so great, I joined Kestrel. Uh-oh. Yay for Master Gabi. Oh, I'd love to dive into that chest and breathe deep. We'll get to Gabi eventually. And, oh boy! I've got so much love, I'm out of control. That's when I say, yay! Come on, all together, yay! Schrodinger. You guys are ready?
Guess we should start looking for places where King Chim Chim could be hiding.
King Chim Chim attacks by jumping on you, so watch out.
Yes, so King Chim Chim is the only Chim Chim that will actually fight you.
I wonder where he is.
So, while he is an amazing Chim to find, because he's incredibly rare, and so he gives a lot of Chim Spheres when you kick him, he will actually put up a fight and try to kick your butt. Also, yes, you do keep all Chim Spheres that you collected from prior areas.
This'll be quick!
Wow! We did it!
First strike! Shadow Blade!
This'll be quick!
Roof crew!
Let's keep it up!
Symbol necklace is an accessory. We can actually equip that. And it gives us resistance, and it increases our element for water and earth.
What's that?
It's a Nue. Haseo, it's a Nue. We've got to kick it.
Huh?
Haseo, King Chim Chim will show up if you kick the Nue.
What? So, we just need to kick it.
The Nue is what's known as a lucky animal. There are a variety of them, and each one has unique effects when you kick them. That is the point. You have to kick them. However, they will try to run away every time. This is the mysterious animal known as a lucky animal that lives in this area. Approach and kick it to receive various blessings. However, there are also unlucky animals that bring bad luck. They have an angry symbol on top of their heads. Run away!
No problem. Leave it to me. Come on, King!
The Nue is a very specific lucky animal that only summons the King Chim Chim. And there's the big green man! This is King Chim Chim. If you kick King Chim Chim, he will get angry and attack you. Repeatedly kick him and evade his attacks to defeat him. If you do, you will receive massive amounts of Chim Spheres.
About time. Let's get it over with. Hand that over.
And each time you kick him, he gets bigger. And then he shrinks. And he gives you 50 Chim Spheres. And normally, the Chim King has a very rare chance of dropping the Chim
I knew
Crown.
you could do it.
But because of this quest, he gives it automatically.
Phew! I thought we were gonna turn into pancakes.
We need to go to the quest shop.
And that is a full S rank, which gives us a keyword, elegant, as our first word. Oh, you're back already? That was fast. Yes, this is the Trim Crown, alright. I'm surprised you were able to retrieve it so quickly. How would you feel about doing some work on the side for me? There's something I want you to help me with. My home is in the Mercenary District. It doesn't matter when, but please come visit. We'll discuss the details when you do. Farewell. This unlocks a bit of a side quest that we can do. And we got a text of wisdom! And new email. But first, let's check that item that we got. Found item. Select the item you want to use and press the confirm button to use it. Select the equipment and press square, X on Xbox, Y on Nintendo, to view information. Select an item or equipment and press triangle, Y on Xbox, X on Nintendo, to trash it. The star in the item's help column depicts the rarity of that item. There are 5 different rarity levels. The higher the number, the rarer it is. 1 common. 1 star is common. 2 stars uncommon. 3 is rare. 4 star is super rare. And 5 star is ultra rare. Also known as unique items. As in there is only 1 copy of it that you will ever find in the game. Text of Wisdom increases magic attack value by 3. That is a 5-star rarity item. So, slight lie regarding the 5 stars being one-of-a-kind items. That only applies to equipment, so weapons, armor, and accessories. Some consumable items do have that rarity, but we won't get into that until way later. But otherwise, stuff like the Text of Wisdom, you can get multiples of, and they are 5-star rarities because they are super valuable, and they will permanently increase your stats. But I went into Haseo's Adept Rogue jobs. None of them have a focus on magic, so we're not going to use them on him. We're going to save them for someone else. But with that, we're going to log out and take a quick break. So, make sure you drink some water, have a snack, use the bathroom if you need to, stretch, whatever it is you need, and we will be back soon. We're back. Let's check our email. From CC Corp. There's a campaign going on. Dear Haseo, thank you for your regular patronage in the world. This is to inform you that you can now participate in the Chim's Kicker campaign. For details, please talk to the NPC client, Dr. Kubo. Dr. Kubo's house is in Makanu's Mercenary District. If you are not sure why you received this email, please contact our customer center. We apologize for the inconvenience. Now, Adelie sent us an important message, but there are 2 other emails that we got from characters we don't know. This is a reference to the original series of the games, and even the anime that took place before GU. Specifically, we have Black Rose, the duotagonist of the original Dot Hack games, and the iconic partner of Kite. Her subject is well done. Well, have you calmed down a bit since then? I feel like I've managed to get back to my life. I do feel kind of lonely at not being able to log into the world though, but since I refuse to let Kazu play online games, I can't justify playing them myself. Are you playing together with Orca? Or was Orca banned just like Kazu? Back then, I didn't have any idea as to what was going on. I was just plowing ahead, doing whatever was set before me to do. So, I'm so glad we managed to resolve it. So, here's why I'm emailing. I wanted to say this when we had that offline party, but I wasn't able to work up the courage. I'm glad I got to know you. Sure, it was a surprise when I found out you were younger than me. And when I saw you acting so insecure, I may have yelled at you a bit, but if it wasn't for you, I think I never would have been able to help Kazu. If I had tried to help him all by myself, I might have ended up just like he did. I think it was because you were there that I was able to go as far as I did. I think it was because you were there that I was able to make it to the end. So let me say this back to you now. If you hadn't been there, I could never have done it. Thank you. I think I might be in love with you. Psych. I might still log in from time to time. If I do, I hope you and I can have a nice, normal adventure together. This is an email from Black Rose. Intended for Kite, but somehow she sent it to the wrong person. But if you've played the original game, this is a hidden email, actually. Normally, for the PS2 version, the only way to get this email is if you imported a save file of .hack Part 4 Quarantine with a cleared game flag to .hack GU Volume 1 Rebirth. You will get this email, as well as this one from Hokuto. This is an amazing Easter egg that CyberConnect 2 did, and it is a shame we will never get something like this ever again. I really wish we could get more hidden stuff like this. Hokuto, subject to Lena. That is a typo. It is supposed to be to Reina, because this is a reference to .hack Legend of the Twilight. How have you been, Reina? Been doing alright? Things been going terrible with my real life as usual. I know it's summer vacation for students right now, but how are you doing with preparation for entrance exams? You're into science, right? That's amazing. For a literary major like myself, I just respect anyone that can do math. So how did your meeting with the guidance counselor go? Personally, I just chose my college because one of the professors here wrote one of my favorite books. This is something I haven't told either to him or my parents. So, in a way, I did have a very specific goal when I came here. Of course, your major is going to be different from mine, so I guess my opinion won't be much help. Sorry. Still, I don't think there are that many people at all who go to college with a specific goal in mind these days. I think it would be great to figure out what it is you want to do during the 4 years you're there. In my case, I still don't know what I want to do, even after turning the big 3-0. Although I was still able to become a translator. While I was in college, I majored in Western and Celtic literature. You know, since the previous version of the world was built around a Celtic theme, even down to the music, so that's probably why I liked it so much. It's too bad the world is pretty far removed from its origins based on Emma Wayland's, they spelt the name wrong, worldly perspective of the Epitaph of Twilight. By the way, how's your brother doing? Did he finally give up on basketball and start studying for his entrance exams? A lot of people use the version upgrade as an opportunity to kick the habit. I don't know what happened to all those former hackers, but I'm sure they're doing alright. Hey, maybe some of them changed their characters and are still playing. This is a neat little bit of foreshadowing, because there are some characters that we're going to meet in this game who are actually from the older game, just as new characters. I will point them out when we get to them. But, slight spoiler, Haseo is one of them. But he is a very unique circumstance that I will get into way later. Right now, I'm stuck in the house every day working on a translation of an overseas mystery novel. Things are the same with her as they've always been. I think that's supposed to be him, because considering this is Hokuto, they're talking about Albero, or the player behind Albero, which is a reference to the light novel .hack AI Buster. So, again, I love these little things. They're such good little Easter eggs for stuff that happened prior. If you knew nothing about anything before .hack GU, this is a good way to try and get you to at least try them out. Like, who is Black Rose? Who is Orca? Who is Reina? Who is Hokuto? What is the Epitaph of Twilight? These are good ways to try and get you to find out. And that makes this a really good choice to put this into the remaster of .hack GU without needing to play the prior games. Because, as I mentioned, originally you'd have to import save data from .hack Part 4 Quarantine into Volume 1, into GU Volume 1 Rebirth to find out any of this. And based on that, you'd already know who Black Rose is, who her email is intended for. But if you don't know .hack past the games, this thing about Hokuto and Reina would get you invested in trying to find out who they are, where's their source material. This is amazing content. I would love for CyberConnect 2 to be able to go back to the series and bring the other games that are Japanese only, like .hack Link, .hack Versus, and even the movies, .hack the movie, Beyond the World, over to the West. It's such a shame what happened. Bandai Namco just said no to so many Western releases, including the mobile games. It is a surprise that they let CyberConnect 2 go ahead with remastering GU for the 15th and 20th anniversaries. 15th for the PS4 and PC versions, the 20th anniversary earlier this year for the Nintendo Switch. It really gives me hope that CyberConnect 2 will be allowed to work on more of this series at some point. I would love to see that. But it's still a shame that after GU, between the release of GU Volume 3 for the PS2 and this last Recode remaster, there's been nothing for this series in the West. And it sucks. Take care, Reina. Give my best to your brother, too. If you ever come to college here in Tokyo, let's be sure to meet up. Hokuto. From Adelie, let's get going. Since you insisted, I decided to email you. There's an area that I love, and I was wondering if you would like to join me. The area is Delta, Submissive Tragedies, 1000 Oaks. Sincerely, Adelie. Well, we've been invited to an area. But before we do, I would like to read up on the various character races. Player characters, humans. Whatever, it's humans. Beasts. Beasts are a race of creatures with the body of a human and the head and tail of an animal. They place a high value on the technology and culture from ancient times, intent to resist innovations. As a result, steam technology has yet to spread to their cities. Beasts are separated into 3 tribes that are differentiated by their appearance and abilities parameters. Although beasts possess amazing abilities and skills in some areas, they are also extremely vulnerable in others. They pose fierce united fronts with their tribe to overcome these vulnerabilities. We don't need to worry about these yet. I just want to read about the different tribes. Beasts are roughly divided into the following 3 tribes. The Ya tribe. Beasts of the Ya tribe have fairly large bodies. Although they have bodies as hard as steel that are capable of resisting physical damage, they have limited understanding of magic and are highly vulnerable against magic attacks. So these will be some of the bigger, beefier beast folk that will eventually run into among the player races. Lay tribes. Beasts of the Lay tribe possess bodies similar in proportion to humans and have the quickest reflexes and speed. Also like humans, they have average physical and magical abilities, but they are slightly less resilient. We've run into a couple players of this race. And then there's the 2 tribe. Beasts of the 2 tribe are smaller than the others. They are highly sensitive and possess great magical ability and wisdom, but their bodies are much more fragile and they pose almost no resistance to physical attacks. This is the beast race that Gaspard belongs to, as well as the beast characters from the Attic Guild. That's all I wanted to point out from there, so let's log in. meet
Haseo!
Natalie.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah.
So, would you please invite me to your party? The two of us will be heading to Delta Submissive Tragedy's Thousand Oaks. Please invite me to your party. We are heading for Delta Submissive Tragedy's Thousand Oaks.
We could invite one of the others, but Adelie invited us specifically and would actually decline us trying to invite someone else. So, let's get going. Pretty low-level area, but we should be able to get some good stuff.
Hope I didn't bother you.
If you think you're bothering me, don't send me an email in the first place.
This is one of my very favorite areas. The moon tonight looks even prettier than usual.
Prettier than usual? Yeah, right, come on. I mean, this is just an online game.
Now then, let's go find the beast statue.
So Adelie is more or less one of those players that really likes the aesthetics of the game. Like, she's not big on... is there a difference between aesthetics and graphics when it comes to a game? I'd like to think so, because Adelie's not much on the graphics in a game, she just likes aesthetic stuff.
It's my turn!
But there's some stuff with her that I'd get into later, but probably not in this game. But Adelie is a harvest worker. She is designed specifically. So she is here specifically to support India. That's why she's just running around and not hitting anything.
That was nothing.
So she is definitely not at all like the, oh. Lucky Animal! Lucky Animal! Moon Rabbit!
You're really fast. I'll give you this.
You give me 200 experience. Yes, you can actually level up off of that. That is a good Lucky Animal. I don't know if that's automatically here. Like, every time. Well, for when you're here as part of the mandatory story. Yeah, we won't really be going into Adelie stuff until a bit later. But she's basically going to be our healer for pretty much the entirety of the game.
Have you learned your lesson?
So definitely not like your white mage from Final Fantasy 14 or such things. Like, she is pretty much incapable of fighting.
This'll be quick,
but she's not going to.
That was nothing.
And there's another icon up here for something a little different. This is Mecha Grunty. We haven't met Grunties yet.
What
but
the?
We will eventually.
What is this, a robot?
Course unknown. Fuel insufficient. Function shut down. Emergency landing. Passing life form detected. Begin fuel request. Beep.
Hey, bro, be a bud. Give me some chip spheres, please. Mecha Grundy's so good. He flies off, only to blow up and go somewhere else. It seemed to have crashed, but not in this area. Something is falling. The death. There are items based on tarot cards, which is what the death is. It's the death arcana, and it inflicts poison on an enemy. Not bad if you're fighting something big that's just taking so many friggin' hits.
Okay, the origin of the name Moontree comes from...
Not interested.
Now. It won't hurt you just to listen, will it? Moontree is run by a council of officers known as the Seven Council. You remember who Sakaki is, right? He is one of the officers.
Man, I don't have time for this.
Hey, Haseo, wait! Please wait!
Turtle shell. Warrior seal. Oh! Nope. I want... Slow! Price attack!
That was nothing.
Even though this is just a normal area, nothing to worry about.
It's my turn!
That barrier...
That was nothing.
For the little arenas can actually be pretty useful for juggling enemies. Sash. Nice. Oh no, right, claw. So Haseo wears heavy armor, but as we read, twin blades are normally meant for speed. They're not supposed to be tanky. Adept rogues get a unique ability, quote unquote, that lets them pick what type of armor they want to wear. More often than not, they're going to pick heavy armor because it gives them a much more definitely useful.
Well, that's that, I guess.
It's my turn!
That was nothing.
And here we can kick trees to get gems! Adelie will never kick chims. Come on, I need you to spawn again. There we go. There's another tree.
This'll be quick!
Hail Blade!
Well, that's that, I guess. This'll be quick!
Hail Blade! Hail Blade!
Have you learned your lesson? I'm sorry.
That was nothing. We've got what we came here for. We're going back to the town.
Huh?
Hey,
Haseo?
what? I've already heard enough about Moon Tree Guild.
Haseo, do you hear something coming from over there?
Nope.
That can't be right. See? There is something there. Let's go find out what it is.
Huh? Why do I have to go too? Just go check by yourself.
Oh, come on. Won't you please come with me?
Fine, fine. If it'll shut you up, I'll go with you.
Thanks! It's this way.
And so, we can't leave the area. At least...
What a strange sound. Let's go see what it is, Haseo.
At least not until we follow Adelie and discover what it is that she's hearing.
What a strange sound. Let's go see what it is, Haseo. What a strange sound. Let's go see what it is, Haseo. Listen to that. You can hear something coming from over there. Huh? What is it, Haseo?
This sign, it's Tri-Edge.
What? Tri-Edge? Is that what it's called? What? Haseo!
We're being sucked towards Tri-Edge's sign.
And it force teleports us out of the area, meaning we don't get any rewards for an area clear because we technically did not clear the area.
Where?
Are we in the Lost Grounds? Wow, look at this underground lake. This might just be a fantastic new discovery, Haseo. Haseo, someone's there. What is that? It's so pretty. That sound. It's coming from that person.
That guy. What's up with him?
Well, let's go ask him. Wait, please!
It's dangerous! Stop!
What?
Hey!
Stay back! Take this! And now, Magus!
What are these guys? Did you get them? Whew.
All done. You two okay?
It doesn't seem like I'm very welcomed here. Well, whatever. Hey you, over there, are you okay?
What happened to me?
What do you mean, what happened?
I think I was attacked by a strange monster. Then I heard a loud sound that startled me, and I don't remember anything after that.
What the? Did she faint in real life too?
At any rate, I'm glad I got here in time.
Who are you?
Who, me? Oh, well, I'm an investigator for CC Corp.
One of the system administrators? A game master?
Well, something like that. I got a report about a bug in this area, and so I rushed right over.
So, that monster was actually a bug?
Right. It would probably be best to stay away from here until the data finishes repairing.
No. There's no way in hell that was a bug data. How could a player faint from something like that? Not to mention, what was that giant puppet thing that defeated the monster?
Puppet?
So, you were able to see the Avatar.
Avatar?
That's right. Mr. Haseo, the Terror of Death?
Do CC Corp investigators usually remember a player's nickname?
Hardly. I couldn't help but think it was too much of a coincidence to meet up with you here.
What?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. I bet that you would like to know a lot more about avatars. Am I right?
Not really.
You can use one too.
Huh?
The fact that you were able to see my avatar means that you and your character have the right attributes.
Haseo, your character hides something. There is a dangerous power inside you.
Come on. Come over to our headquarters and you'll see. And while you're at it, you might be able to get some info on Tri-Edge.
Who told you about that?
Like I said, that's just one more reason why you should come.
Looks like this is a big fiasco.
How can you just brush off something that happened to you like this?
What's wrong, Haseo? Why are you acting so scary all of a sudden?
If we hadn't been lucky, you'd have... No, it's nothing.
Oh, okay. But I caused you a lot of trouble with what happened, right?
So you realize it.
I'm sorry. Do you think that you could give me another chance?
Listen, the next time you invite me, make it somewhere where we can level up.
Well, that was interesting. Even a lost ground should have a platform. You need to find that to return to town. And we received a new email. But we'll have to check that later. And as mentioned, we don't get the rewards for clearing Adeli's area. So, for now, I'm going to log out. And instead of checking our email, we're going to save, because I'm going to call that a stream. So, one sec. Because that just seems like a good enough point to do it in. So, for the entire month, I will be streaming .hackGU, because this is the month of their 20th anniversary, so there's really no better time. Until then, I will see you next time. See ya.